1 hour 45 minutes to go for the Pakistan versus UAE encounter in Dubai. The Pakistan team is arrived at the team bus. They are ready to go for the game, but have been told to wait. This is the latest breaking news drama that has just come just before the Pakistan UAE game. Nikhil, when I have to look at it, I mean, they have been told to wait.
Yes.
Pakistan. Because it just takes 10-15 minutes to get to the ground from where they are. The team bus is there. All the luggage, the equipment for the players has been loaded. But they have been told to wait. Why is this new sudden development come up now?
See, just to give you a bit of a background, the Pakistan players were told last night as well as this morning that the match is on. In fact, they were told till about half an hour ago that the match is on, you be ready, go ahead and play. Yesterday, if you remember, they practiced as well. They didn't have a press conference because they wanted to avoid a few uncomfortable questions, but they were asked to be ready and you will be playing. About an hour ago, they even loaded the team bus, all the kit bags and all, loaded well in advance. The team bus was scheduled to leave about 20 minutes ago. They were to leave the hotel towards the ground because they reach about hour and a half before the game is to start. They do their warm-ups and so on and so forth. But the team bus is not left because the latest development is that they've been told by the PCB, hold on, wait for our green signal. Now, why is it that the PCB has told them that? They are at the moment in hectic negotiations with the ICC. What I'm told is that they were offered a sort of a solution, coming halfway to their demand. They wanted Andy Pycroft removed. So ICC said that we cannot remove him because he's done nothing wrong outside the rule book. However, shuffling of match referee is always possible, and that doesn't have anything to do with whether you're happy with the match referee or not. There have been previous occasions as well, many a times before, where match referees have been shuffled, but they're not removing the match referee. There are two match referees for this tournament, Richie Richardson and Andy Pycroft. So Richie Richardson, who was in Abu Dhabi because he had to officiate a match in Abu Dhabi, reached Dubai this morning. So obviously he was put on standby by the ICC. That's fine. PCB has a problem, we'll replace the match referee. But now what PCB is demanding in that meeting that's happening, that it's not just about shuffling the match referee. That's not the demand that we have. Andy Pycroft, according to us, has made a mistake, and now they're demanding an apology. That's the other new development here. So Pakistan Cricket Board is demanding an apology from Andy Pycroft for not acting upon the rules. So two things they're pointing out. One, they're saying, how can he tell the Pakistani captain that no handshake will happen? That is something that he shouldn't have done, even though it's not in the rule, handshake, but it is part of the spirit of the game, and the match referee's basic job is to ensure that the game is played in the right spirit. So he didn't do that. That's their one issue. The second issue that they're raising right now is that as match referee, he has not done his role of putting a fine on the Indian captain for making a political statement. They're referring to one statement made by Surya Kumar Yadav in the post-match presentation where he dedicated to the army, which they think is a political reference. And then his mention of the word Operation Sindoor, successful Operation Sindoor, in the post-match press conference, which is also an official press conference. So they say that this is blatant disregard of the rules, and based on this, a fine has to be levied on the captain that does, as has happened in the past, as you know, with MS Dhoni, and you had Usman Khwaja as well. Yeah. Many have been fined. Typically for a thing like that, if the match referee does think that it's a political reference, it'll be about a 20-30% match fee fine.
Correct.
So, I mean, not that it'll hurt the Indian team, but for Pakistan, it'll be like a moral victory that, listen, he did this, so, we raised the issue and the right punishment was then meted out. So that is what they're demanding, saying according to the ICC rules, and the match referee can only activate this. Andy Pycroft failed to do that, and he should be fining the Indian captain. So that's their demand, and which is why they are at loggerheads at the moment, ICC as well as PCB, because I don't think match referee is an issue. You could have, because this ICC kind of made it slightly more comfortable for them, that fine, we'll shuffle the match referee. That's not a big deal. So Richie Richardson would have come and they would have also played. Everything was on track, but this apology is the new twist.
The new goalpost now, that the captain, the Indian captain, was not fined, and because of this now, will the ACC or the ICC take any kind of action against the Indian team? Now, has this kind of, with a 20-minute delay and counting still, I think they haven't left the team hotel.
No, not yet. not yet.
Now, does it jeopardize the match even further? Because there were earlier reports that some of the match posters were removed from Twitter and all that.
So that's also not true. There were reports that match posters have been removed from the Asian Cricket Council website. That's not true. I checked. It's still part of the fixture. It's there. I'll even give you some more information. The broadcasters, the commentators, because they have to be informed, right? They're all there.
Right.
The security to check the people coming in, they're all there. So all systems have been activated for the match. That only happened because Pakistan had said they're going to play this match till this morning. Till this morning, they had said they're going to play the match. Of course, they were going to have discussions. And what we were learning was that maybe if no solution is found to that problem right now, these discussions might carry on even after the game. But for the moment, Pakistan would have played under protest, but they would have played this particular game. And then the issue of whether you need to fine Andy Pycroft or not could have continued later as well, but they were going to play this game. And I think that is the reality even now. They're going to play the game maybe with Richie Richardson. But in case if it goes on to an apology and so on and so forth, and if the ICC concede that some sort of action will be taken, then maybe you might have Andy Pycroft also continue, and Pakistan would also be okay playing under Andy Pycroft. I must tell you what is the one thing which is different. This also, we're telling you exclusively that every day at 12 noon Dubai time, which is 1:30 local time, a list of officials is sent out to everyone who's organizing the game. There will be venue managers, there are going to be media managers, there will be the broadcasters, commentators, everyone is sent a list of the match officials and all other protocols, because they have to see that and then follow on that. Now, list of match officials, and which is your match referees and umpires, is released at the start of the tournament. Even I have the list. As an accredited journalist for this tournament, even I have the list. So we knew which match referee is there for which match even before the tournament started. But then you ask, why is it that on the day of the match another list is sent? That is sent to confirm the same match referee. Now, that list is prepared before the tournament, but what if there is a emergency, somebody has to pull out, or there's a health issue, somebody cannot come, or there could be a technical issue, whatever be the reason. On that day, you are allowed to shuffle match officials based on any issue that may crop up, right? So ICC then sends a official list on the day also by 12 p.m. local time where the game is, with about 8 hours to go, that this is the list, and everyone who's part of that ecosystem is informed. This is the first match of the tournament where the list went out with all other details. Only the details of the match officials was missing. So where you write the match officials, the referee, as well as the
fourth umpire and
fourth umpire, team umpire, that was missing. That means that negotiations were still on. And I think the negotiations are on this matter, that if ICC agree to an apology and so on and so forth, then you don't even need to change the match official right now. Andy Pycroft can continue, provided that he takes action, and PCB will be happy with that. But if ICC does not want to go down that road and say that he's done nothing wrong, which they said earlier, then for this match to happen, it is part of the structure as such to shuffle the match referee, and Richie Richardson could be match referee. Match will go on, and Pakistan may still continue to object, and there could be subsequent meetings after that. But from PCB's point of view, till now, they were keen on playing the match, whether it's Pycroft, whether it's Richie Richardson. But I think the demand now, as has been made clear, as I'm picking up, is that Andy Pycroft, issue an apology for not doing his duty well on the match day. So
the final question is, we will not see the end of this. This will continue even if you are on 21st also, when India and Pakistan are potentially set to play the Super 4 game. So this is a rolling issue, as and when it will snowball. After the game also it could snowball, but it could reach the peak until 21st of September, when the next match is going to take place between India and Pakistan potentially. Now we are in the last phases of our league stages. Today is Pakistan UAE. Tomorrow is going to be Sri Lanka versus Afghanistan. Then 19th you're going to see India versus Oman. Then you will see the Super 4 encounters that will begin. So it's looking really, really complicated at this point in time. We have not seen the last of this issue at all. So Pakistan, even at this point in time, the team bus has not left Dubai. It's not left the team hotel as such, but it's packed and ready. It's packed and ready, and it will take only 20 minutes to reach the stadium. 7:30 is the toss. Now there might be a slight. And I was just speaking to someone who's at the ground, who's part of the organization,
exchanging text messages. So they have not been informed about any delay or any such thing. They have been told that the match is on as per
Although
schedule.
preparations were going on as a full-fledged match, normal, nothing, it was going on. So it's becoming tense with every passing hour, every passing minute. So until the first ball is bowled, this tension is going to remain. And the tension will continue from 18th, 19th, 20th until the next potential game that we have. So from me and Nikhil, it is bye-bye. We'll be back very shortly for the dugout, where we will be discussing this in more detail. 6:30 p.m. is the dugout. Don't miss out on that. We'll be
By
back.
which time we'll definitely know the match is not on.
Of course. But we will be back very, very shortly for this. So stay tuned to Sports Today.